Success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal.
I'm gonna show you how great I am.
What's up? In this one, we're going to talk about empowerment, being able to give another person the power and the mandate to be able to run. And this is a very important element in leadership, because the only true leaders create other leaders. Only the true teachers create other teachers. Only true business people create other business people. And the best way that you can do that is to empower another person to act independently of yourself. Some of the best leaders, they understand that they want that person to take their job so that they can move up higher in the organization. But unfortunately, this is not a mindset that's out there, because they have what they call a soul spirit. You know, there's the story in the Bible where King Saul was very jealous of King David, and what he was very, very afraid of is that King David was a strong leader. He was coming up, he was anointed to be king, he was going to be a good king, and instead of pouring into him, instead of investing in David, King Saul wanted to kill him. He wanted to get him out. He wanted to stop his leadership ability, and that ended up very badly. And in organizations today, in the world today, you have what we call a soul spirit, which is the ability of not wanting to empower another person to have the same leadership skills, and to potentially work them out of their position so that they can move up in the organization. And the reason some people are very averse to empowering other people, number one you can think about is job security. They do not want to lose their job. They are very fearful that some person is going to come take their position, and they're going to be out of a job, and they're not going to be relevant. And in this case, that person is more insecure than anything else, because if a person is able to do your job, the best thing that you can do is to raise your standard, empower the other person, and move up in the organization. But so many people have the sense that I'm going to be worked out of a job, I need to keep on to my job, and you see this in a lot of places. So that's where some people are afraid to empower other people, because they want job security. Another thing that stops people from wanting to empower other people is that they absolutely refuse to change. One of the things that is constant, and you can't run from it, you can't avoid it, is this concept of change. Change is going to happen with or without you. And sometimes an organization, for example, a new technology may come in, a new structure may be put in place, or a new strategic direction is going to be taken. And some people in positions of power, they don't want to change, hence they don't want to empower other people. But those people who are secure in themselves, they understand that change is the only constant in this world, will be able to empower other people. And then another one about not wanting to empower the people is that you've got your own insecurities. What if I'm not competent enough? What if I'm not going to be relevant enough? What if another person is better than me? And if you are insecure, you're not going to want to share knowledge. You're not going to want to share your experiences. You're not going to want to empower another person, and you want to become a glory seeker and a hater. That only comes from a place of insecurity. So in order for you to want to empower another person, you need to get rid of your own insecurities. The one way that you can start empowering other people is to have a strong, deep-seated belief in yourself. If you are very competent and you are very great at the work that you're doing, and you're very good, you are not going to not want to empower other people, because you are confident in yourself, and that you're competent in yourself, and you believe in yourself, and you're very secure. So at the moment in time when you're secure, you see someone who's coming up, and you're going to want to invest in that person because you believe in yourself, and by extension you believe in them as well. And then you need to believe in the potential of other people. If you're always cynical and you're always negative, you're not going to be a person who wants to empower other people. And then another thing that you can do is to identify those people with strong leadership potential. As I said before, the best, the most thriving organizations have got programs in place to develop the leaders of tomorrow, and to empower them with the skills, the knowledge, and the resources that they need, so that they can take up the reins and change strategic direction and take the organizations forward. Those organizations that don't have such programs in place, those are the ones in the future may run the risk of being irrelevant. So be the person that identifies people with strong leadership potential. And remember that only true leaders create other leaders, and only true leaders are confident in themselves, and they want to empower other people so that they can become the leaders of tomorrow. And remember that success is a progressive realization of a worthy ideal, and the best leaders empower others.
It can be the day that turns your life around. All you need is a reason that turns you on. Today, my life changes. Now, who can do that? Anybody. When can you do it? Whatever day you pick.